Well, hey everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. First day of May, happy May. I thought it was a good time to pull out the tie-dye. I haven't worn the tie-dye at all this year, and I'm going to have a lot of tie-dye shirts coming for sale here pretty soon. But let's get right to it. Today I got 5 major raw food diet mistakes. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you haven't done it already, please go down and hit that subscribe button now, and then be sure you click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. By the time you're watching this, actually we're over hump day, on the way to the weekend. Another good day here. I don't know where it went. Sometimes it seems like since the spring has come, these days just go like this. And I turn around and they're gone. But anyhow, I've done a number of these before, and I've talked of a number of mistakes on this raw food diet. There's probably an infinite amount, and you know, sometimes I go back and I'm like, okay, well, I've done videos on this before, so I always try to at least spruce it up, put a different spin on it. But then again, I just started thinking, like, you can't, like, attention spans, when you do videos for so long, like, I don't think people, unless, you know, you get a certain amount of people that every once in a while really dig you and want to go back through it, but I don't think, you know, the old videos, eyes get on them, so I don't mind updating from time to time anyway. One I've talked about a number of times, and I am going to keep that on the list because that is a major one, and that's restricting or not eating enough. And I say or not eating enough because it's not necessarily the same. And I'll explain that a little bit. Restricting is a conscious thing, I believe. In other words, like people that have done diets or whatever, or maybe they're coming to this lifestyle to lose weight, they're just used to that. And they consciously, intentionally restrict their food. Like, nope, I'm not going to eat this, not going to eat this, not going to eat this. Then there's not eating enough, which I experienced early into this lifestyle myself, and that's different because I wasn't intentionally doing it. That's the only reason I'm saying it in 2 different ways, is that I wasn't thinking, okay, I can't eat anymore. I just hadn't built up to that yet. I didn't know how much food we needed to eat on this lifestyle. You need to eat food to make this lifestyle work. And you know what? Anybody that wants to argue, there's a lot of people out there that are proponents of various ways of doing this, and God bless you, you got to choose your path to do, but not eating enough. Any of this other kind of pseudo stuff about the body changing and some weird sort of alchemy, no. You have a certain size of your body, you have, and whatever your activity level, there's a certain amount of food you need to be taking in, and not just from getting a certain amount of food, a certain amount of energy, but on this lifestyle to get all the nutrition you need to get. You need to be eating the appropriate calories for your body, and you need to be getting a variety in there. So that's a big downfall right there. If it's not intentional, it'll just take you a little while. Everybody has the same thing. Well, I can't eat as much. You're not used to eating that much fiber. Just be patient with it. Maybe try to eat just marginally little bits more bit by bit, but you'll get there. But do not restrict, and make sure you're eating enough food. Focusing too much on raw is number 2. Like I'll always preach this one. This might be the theme of my whole channel. I'm mostly raw. This, yes, a lot of the keywords and all the words and all of that, this is raw, but I don't, it's not practical. Not that many people are going to do fully raw. Not that many people are going to do raw at all. And a lot of people are not going to do raw the correct way. And a lot of people are stumbling on this thing or having bad results with their health because they're focusing too much on the raw. And that's why everybody right now, and sometimes it's probably like, stop discriminating against me by the way I look, just because I got the long hair and the beard and tie-dye. I must be the crazy old hippie that believes all this kind of pseudoscience hippie stuff out there. No, I don't. And I'm not that one that just babbles on and on about the raw. I think that it's about our health. And I think that just from a practical standpoint, and that's why I share like I do, yeah, fully raw is great. And you can make fully raw work in certain places, in some conditions. And some people will make it work in hostile conditions. God bless you. Not many people will. So like I say, I just don't want people to think like, it's all or nothing. That's the holy grail. Well, I didn't do raw, so I might as well even just go back to eating, you know, meat, animal products, whatever. And that's where this whole thing's getting such the bad vibe right now where everybody's looking at the raw like they're a bunch of crazy people, and I don't blame them one bit. It's an obsessive thing. It's obsessive. It looks like a cult from the outside, and it is what it is. I don't know if I've mentioned this one before. Not taking care of your teeth. You really have to change how you take care of your teeth on this lifestyle. Now, I've got terrible teeth. And I'll talk about that just for a second. The majority of what caused all the problems, and I don't have a lot of problems yet. I haven't had dental work, but I just know my teeth are terrible, and I know I'm going to have some reckoning down the road. But mine was basically because I drank for 30 years, and I remember coming home at night. I was hygienic. Like, I wasn't that guy that went out and you're like, God, he's got horrible breath, or this or that, or like you looked and it didn't look like I had a clean mouth. I always brushed when I was going out. I basically brushed 3 times a day, but I didn't brush with the concept of actually cleaning my teeth. It was like going through the motions. And being a drunk, I remember so many nights, you pass out asleep. You don't even brush your teeth after being out all night drinking. I remember, let me get on into the story of when I became raw. And I still did some damage to my teeth even after I first started this raw food diet, because I never really understood, that sugar and the acid and it's sitting on your teeth. And also, too, I had never had that amount of, eaten that amount of fruit and sugary stuff my whole life. Well, until this lifestyle, I never even thought about okay, go brush your teeth immediately after you do a meal. And I know probably back in the first couple of years doing this lifestyle that I probably let things sit on my teeth for too long. Now, where people come out and want to be like, yeah, it ruins your teeth. Unintelligent people like to throw out generalizations because it makes sense to them. They're not intelligent enough to process things. There's no reason. It's like, okay, well, think of it like this. If you're cleaning your mouth, then you shouldn't eat any. People say, well, it's too much. Well, if you're cleaning your mouth, you're actually cleaning your mouth, you're getting the sugar off there. So what I do now, and it may seem a little fanatic. I've seen other vegans doing it, is pretty much now, as soon as I eat, I go rinse my mouth out. I brush my teeth. I rinse with coconut oil, but I clean my teeth immediately after I'm through with food. In fact, I won't even take something in the car. When I leave, I take a toothbrush with me when I go to Pensacola, and I won't eat when I'm out and about if I know that I can't get somewhere and brush my teeth almost immediately. But got to take care of those teeth, and it's really not that big of a thing. And it's not, people always say, well, do a video on it. I'm like, it's a 30-second video. Eat the fruit, get sugar on your teeth, immediately go clean it off. Boom. What was that? 10 seconds? Ain't a very long video, is it? And this is slightly different from focusing too much on the raw food diet, but making the raw food diet your only focus of health, or your only healthy thing you do in your life. I tell you, I've seen that in spades. Since I've been doing this lifestyle, and you interact with other people, you're in groups and forums and whatever, just like, talking to other people. There's so many people that have nothing else health-wise in their life other than this raw food thing. Man, you got to move your body. And I'm not even talking, I like to say move your body. You don't even have to think exercise. Even if it's just going out for a walk, you have got to move your body. Or your body is just like a machine that's not used is going to break down eventually, even if you're putting the right fuel in it. Another one is stress management and that inner practice. I would never call the name, but in my head, I'm thinking of people that I'm associated with or connected with on social media. And I've seen a few of these raw vegans, and a lot of them that are doing it very well. And maybe they have to do it perfect, but their life just seems so crazy, chaotic, and out of control. They don't stop. They go from the time they get up in the morning until they go to bed at night. And it's just like, you're just not, except for the food, and you might as well do what you can. You're not leading a very healthy lifestyle. Stress kills. I was talking to somebody on Instagram. I was talking about that on Instagram yesterday, and somebody brought up stress. And I'm like, very good point. Stress kills just as much as smoking kills and bad food does. So I see if you're, how do you like your chances? You may be eating a perfect raw food diet, but if you're stressing out all the time, if you're not moving your body, if you've got no inner practice to kind of, settle your mind, to settle your emotions, whatever, well, then you're, a one-trick pony. Or it's like, one part of the triangle. You don't have anything other than the food. You can't focus on just the food. That's obsessive. That's cultish. That's just wrong. And the last is the lack of knowledge and education. And I made my notes down here in my typical thing. And it's that hippie shit mentality. And a lot of it, and hey, probably the percentage of fruit I eat, I would be considered a fruitarian. But my radar, does your radar always go up when people start, I'm a fruitarian, and they start going in certain directions? It's just fluff. It's just like, yeah, man, I'm just going to eat enough of this one fruit or this or that. And hey, you know what? I contradict myself all the time. And you know why I do that? Because I constantly evolve. I can tell, I can be wrong. I can totally turn around. And I know I've done it that way at times. Go back and watch videos from 2, 3, 4 years ago. I'm kind of being kind of goofy myself and going, yeah, man, I'll just eat the fruit or whatever. But you evolve on your path, hopefully, and I've evolved to the point where now I'm like, okay, I realize I want to pay attention to the nutrition of this lifestyle. I want to go back and plug in some of the holes. I want to make sure I'm eating this. I want to make sure I'm eating that. Getting my greens, getting all these various things, not missing out on anything. So get educated, read a book or two, and don't become part of the cult, part of the hippie crowd that's just, yeah, we're just going to eat fruit and blah, blah, blah. No. You got to be a little bit rational with this thing. So anyhow, just my 2 cents worth. Hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.